James sat at the dining table, the DNA test results clutched in his trembling hands. His breath hitched as he stared at the damning words, probability of paternity, 0%. Across from him, Laura, his wife of 7 years, sat frozen, her tear-streaked face betraying the secret she had kept for so long. "It's true," she whispered, her voice barely audible. "Ethan isn't yours." The revelation unraveled the life James thought he knew. For 5 years, he had adored Ethan, his energetic, curious son with a lopsided grin that lit up the room. Ethan, who loved bedtime stories and built Lego cities on the living room floor. To James, he was his world. But now, that world had been shattered. It began innocently, or so Laura claimed. During her final year of graduate school, she had reconnected with Alex, a classmate. What started as casual study sessions turned into late-night confessions, which spiraled into an affair that lasted a few months. By the time she discovered she was pregnant, Laura had ended things with Alex and decided to stay with James, believing the affair would remain buried. For 5 years, Laura lived with the secret, convincing herself that she was protecting her family. But the truth came out when Ethan fell ill, and James, ever the attentive father, insisted on a genetic screening to rule out hereditary conditions. The results didn't just uncover a clean bill of health, they uncovered the betrayal. James's anger was volcanic at first, shouted words, slammed doors, and sleepless nights filled with questions he wasn't sure he wanted answered. How could she lie to him for so long? How could she look at Ethan every day, knowing the truth? And yet, amidst the anger, a deeper conflict churned within him. Ethan didn't know. Ethan loved him unconditionally, called him Dad, and ran to him when he scraped his knee. How could he walk away from that? When James confronted Alex, he found a man as stunned as he was. Alex had no idea Ethan existed. He was remorseful, apologizing profusely, and expressed a genuine desire to know his son. This complicated things further. Was James willing to share the boy he had raised, the boy he still loved despite the betrayal? Over the next months, James and Laura entered counseling. While their marriage hung by a thread, they agreed on one thing: Ethan's happiness and stability came first. Slowly, painfully, James began to make peace with the situation. He allowed Alex to meet Ethan, carefully explaining to the child that he had 2 dads who loved him deeply. Though James and Laura eventually divorced, their co-parenting arrangement became a testament to their shared commitment to Ethan. James realized that love wasn't defined by blood but by the choices one makes every day. And in choosing to stay in Ethan's life, he found redemption and a deeper understanding of what it meant to be a father. Years later, at Ethan's high school graduation, James watched as the boy he had raised crossed the stage, his heart swelling with pride. Next to him, Alex clapped enthusiastically, and Laura dabbed her eyes with a tissue. Their relationships had transformed over time, not perfect, but filled with mutual respect and a shared love for the young man they had all played a part in shaping. The scars of betrayal remained, but so did the bonds they had built from its ashes, proving that even the deepest wounds could heal with time, effort, and forgiveness. Share your thoughts on this story in the comments.